Good evening, Twisted and Ali. Hello. Thank you very much. It is a very nice intro, isn't it? Thank you very much for Twisted for making this for me. So I do get to use this now more often in pretty much every stream. So the good thing is I can also just click this button and I'm here. How good is that, eh? Hello everybody, thank you for coming to join me. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. And you've seen the nice new intro that Twisted Nurse Painting has put on for me. He's given me this, he made it for me, he transferred it over. I also have something else that I may use tonight if I take a break. But I do only have a small model tonight. I'm gonna stall for a couple of minutes because I am hoping that somebody comes to join me to do on this stream. I'm just gonna go double check if they're able to. Pardon me. I'm just quick message over to them, and then I've got to remember how how do I get the link for my collaboration camera? Can I turn my volume up a bit, please? Now, I'm not sure what's going on with these properties. That should be okay. Okay, alright. That sounds through reasonably okay as far as I can tell. I mean, I've turned it right the way up. They get to see this cam and that camera. They get to hear my microphone. Close. So that should be everything alright. I've just turned my volume up a bit. Ali, hopefully that's resolved that question. Or that issue. I'm just going to hold out to see if I get the response, which is a possible no, is a possible yes. I will copy the link again just to make sure that they do get it. Not that I'm sure how this works. Really not sure how this works. But I have sent a message over now. So good evening to everybody. So, right. Tonight's painting job is from the Miniature Tavern. And it is this very nice three-armed lady. Very rather alluring lady. She's only armoured over certain parts of her body. Certain parts are covered, certain parts aren't, which is what it's the Smexy lady tonight. Now there are a few different things that I would like to do, and there are lots and lots of different colours. That is a good question. Now, I'm just going to hopefully... I'm trying to get my collaboration partner up tonight. But we're trying to figure out how to do the collaboration on this Streamlabs. And I've never done it before. Excellent. So I believe I will have a collaboration partner coming along very soon. I heard a pop. I heard a pop. Why is my... It's not hidden. Open source. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. That should be working. Hopefully I'm not going to get an odd I can't join. I hope it's not an I can't join. Okay. So I know I'm putting off a little bit, but they are coming to join us. They are coming to join us. They got to try. They're going through the phone. It may not be the best in the world. I've been trying to get this person up to join me for quite a while now. Similar reasons to why I have Graham up. I like I like talking to Graham. Graham's kind of, oddly enough, considering we're like two completely different people, we're very similar in many ways. Me and Graham. This person is. I've never had a chance to actually sit down and talk to them one-on-one properly. I mean, I played D&D with them. I've spoke to them in their chats, and they've obviously responded. Hopefully, any minute now, and just above me up there, they will pop up. Which I'm having to just hold on for. While I'm holding on, I will shake my paints and go through what I'm hoping are going to be the colours. Now, I'm not completely sold on the blues yet. What I might do is I might go for Calgar blue with a Fenrisian grey as the blue. Or go for Lothern blue with a Caledon blue. But now I'm thinking about it, it might actually be better off with the Calgar and the Lothern blue. This is going to be weird. So that's basically, I've got a choice of blues and greys to go through. A nice choice of 4 there. I am, however, zoned in and keyed in on the 2 pinks, which will be Screamer Pink and Pink Horror. Both Zinches, which is nice. Just double checking on how they're going. It should come up into that. Just check everything else is, yeah, it is above everything that's not switched off. So let's first start, just while we're giving it a bit of a wait, let's get the paint shook and put onto the wet palette so they're ready for us to use. Start with the pinks because we know we're using the pinks. The pinks are they're guaranteed. We will be using them. Get them out. So wet the brush just so it's not a... Oh dear, did that not get cleaned properly? I hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. I hope it has been cleaned properly. There'll be one of 2 of you who recognise this person, if they can connect. I'm hoping they can connect. I'm actually really excited about this. I don't have guests often anymore. Especially since I started changing my setup and going through different programs and things. Ones that don't just naturally just let you do panel setups. Good evening, Graham. And everybody else who is watching, thank you very much for spending your time with me on the Monday evening. I know there are other YouTubers out there who are on right now. Some people will possibly prefer watching because, well, they're doing giveaways and things like that for people who are members and join up. But I don't have memberships. I don't have paid services. I can't do that stuff. I can't hear. Right, okay, I can't hear. Okay, let's generate a new link and copy that. Okay, try that link. Just hi to anyone watching. I am going to be a few technical difficulties at this moment in time. Thank you very much, Twisted. Thank you very much. You knew exactly who I was talking about as well, didn't you? Now, who I'm waiting to join up is Tia from the Miniature Tavern. And apparently she's having issues. Having issues connecting to Streamlabs. Tia, there you are. Show on stream at long bloody last. Assigned source. Right. Close that. Thank you very much for coming to join me. Could you just speak for a second? I'm trying to figure out where you're coming out of because you're not coming out of the headset that are on my ears. Sound output, headphones, yes. Please don't say you're coming out of this other set. Please don't say you're coming out of... Try again. Oh. Yes, you are. You are coming out of the big Dock Off Daft set. So I get to take the little nice sleek ones out of my ears. And put the big dozy set on. That big daft set. So now I can hear you. Everybody, this is Tia from the Miniature Tavern. She's also a fellow YouTuber and a Twitch streamer and a gamer and a 3D printer and a painter and a kit basher. And this lovely lady, when I ordered my not official Angron, and I'm going to have to make Tia a little bit bigger because that doesn't look right there. There we go. We can have Tia nice and... You can see what she looks like now better than you can see me because I'm not in light properly. So yes, when I ordered... It is nice being just little bits in corners and then everything else. So when I ordered this lovely model, and I've got to thank you, Tia, this is better than I expected it to be. This is absolutely astounding. I even compared him to my Lasgull Thwacker, just as a size-by-size comparison, and it's like, no, that's perfect. That is absolutely bob on. D, good to have you in, man. And Silvers, thank you very much for joining us. I believe Silvers is also part of yours. Are they not? Silvers Scratch Build Productions, yes. So Silvers, you will recognise both people on screen tonight, as will Twisted. There are a few other people who may not. I don't know D. I don't know if you know. I've seen Tia before. I do know you frequent some of them. But yes, when I ordered that Angram model, Tia sent me this wonderful little thing because it's clicking and why as has Tia has dropped. Tia has not been having good connection today. So I'm just gonna keep that open in case Tia pops back. I hope she does. But she sent me this wonderful little model, and I wasn't expecting this one along with the Cavill model. I had an idea I may have got the Cavill because it's something they sent out. But she also sent me this wonderful little model that I'm going to be painting tonight. Now, I don't know why this isn't working. It should come up with... They should have Tia up there again. But it is not. I did so want to have her up here because she can actually tell me what this model is. Now, before I go into the fact that I've managed to get this model very recently, and I mean very, very recently, the Miniature Tavern have been slapped with a tariff section. So they're currently unable to sell and ship to, well, outside of the US. Once that has been resolved, I will let you know. As soon as I get any information, I will let you know so people can start ordering models from them. So, at the moment, we can't get shipped to the UK. I was right at the end of that. I was very, very lucky. So, yeah. Where's my collab cam again? Right. If I can move that over there, I should see Tia's name pop up if it pops up. Yes, I do. So if Tia pops up again, I will see her name pop up again and I can add it up to the screen. If it doesn't pop up again, it means she's lost complete connection and I'm so... Yeah, there we go. Internet is not being kind today. Internet is not being kind. So I've got to stop grabbing my... I've really got to stop grabbing my headphone set when I want to use my mouse. It doesn't work. It does not work. Well, good evening, Calm. I'm not too sure about that, D, to be quite honest. I'm not sure if they can get sable hair brushes. I know we can, because, well, let's see. Nope, that's one of my citadels. Don't get one of my citadels. That's not the right one. Artificial layer, yeah. So there's a sable brush. Artitopus, essentially. Because it's the... Is it? No, it's Winsor & Newton because it's the Artificer set. It is the Artificer set. What am I doing? I'm clicking screens and screens aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. There we go. So we shall start with, I believe, Skin Tones, which I'm going to need a smaller brush for. So we'll go for the size 3. And then the darker of the pink is going to be Pink Skin. Pinky skin. As I said, this lovely lady is very much not wearing a lot of clothes, which is why she's a Smexy lady. Smexy Sorceress. Hardly any clothes, just enough to cover certain pieces that would make this not safe for work. But as those pieces are covered, and I don't broadcast to kids, I should be alright with not getting banned by YouTube. I hope anyway. You do paint a lot, D, and you do paint quickly. You've painted more models than there have been days this year so far, I believe. Which is quite a feat. That is quite a feat. Practically machine level. I'm just going to catch up on chat for a minute because there's been a lot of people have just started coming in and talking. We have Silver's been watching the mini tab for a while. Yep. So it's illegal. So Graham's saying it's illegal to import natural hair into the US, which is why they can't get sable brushes. But surely they can get some kind of equivalent brush from a native animal. And as far as I'm aware, sable is essentially like weasel hair, isn't it? far as I know, it's like a weasel. Kind of in the same way, like they go mink clothing. Mink is really, really, really soft and fluffy, but they're like weasels anyway. It's just softer ones. Francois, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming in. Now, I'm hoping I'm actually keeping this in camera shot because I have changed my seating position slightly, and I'm still looking to see if Tia's going to get a chance to pop up. She has been having issues with her internet. Her internet went down on her own stream earlier on this afternoon a few times, so I wasn't 100% if she was going to be able to try this evening. I was just hopeful, especially seeing as this is the first time I'm getting a chance to paint a model from the Miniature Tavern, and it is the one she said I would possibly enjoy. True, one is superior to all others, but I'm sure they can get at least something equivalent to whether they're using horsehair, cat hair, weasel hair, beaver hair, whatever they can have that will work as a brush. It's the same here, Silvers. If you see an edited video or any form of editing done on my channel, usually somebody else has done it for me. In this case, the intro video and the miniature and all my break videos are done by Twisted Nerve Painting. Made all those for me. Now, with the speed this paint's drying, I don't think I'll need a break tonight. This paint is drying so fast. I really don't think I will need a break tonight. But I do need to make sure I get all the colours in. So, pinks on the skin. I'm probably just going to do a black wash over the bird itself up here. This little birdie thing here, I'll probably just give it a black wash just to make it a little bit raveny. I may even give it a green wash. I do want it to be a Zinch style sorceress. Where are we up to? It is just a matter of learning the software. Technically, I think I have a battle report between me and Cam from years ago on this channel somewhere. From years and years and years ago. Was that? No, that's not. No. No, you don't want cold showers, Cam. You want a nice hot shower, and then when you come out of it, everything else feels cool. I've just realized something. Super important. I don't have a drink.
Would you like a drink?
Please. That was the most unsubtle hint I could have given, isn't it? Actually, Cam, while you're here, I have an idea of something I could do on your Necrons, but I need you to agree to it first. Because obviously if you don't agree to it, I can't do it. You're going to live stream your building of a phantom type. That is a build. That is a build and a half. It's resin. Yeah, you have got that point there, Francois. If you're going to have the best, and you have the best. But if you can't get the best, you get the best you can. Like, I'm not going out and buying a Harder and Steinbach airbrush. I have 2 airbrushes, the best 2 that I can get. I will keep them for you. I will keep them for my use. Ooh, you have a Rogues Den Hobbies email address now, so you can contact Rogues Den Hobbies direct if you have any queries, you wish custom orders, please. Great, do me a favour, pop the email address in the Discord, then either Ali or Calm can copy it and paste it into the chat if you want people to be able to contact you. Don't if you're thinking, no, I want them to come through my channel to get it, or come through the site to get it. Then in that case, that's also fine. But if you want it to go into the chat, just stick it in the Discord, and one of the moderators can copy it and paste it. How good is that, eh? How good is that? Right, so what do I want my base blue layer to be? I'm actually edging more towards these 2. Although that is a little bit purpley. Do I actually want to go more that route? I'm not sure. See, there's so many options. So many options. I'm actually thinking those 2 might be the better option. Which is the Caledon Sky and the Galgar Blue. I'm thinking those 2 are going to be the better option. Closer together. I can't even remember what the second combo was. Right, we have Formation Grey. We have Lothern Blue. We have, obviously, Alien Purple. We have Calgar Blue. And we have Caledon Sky. Dark with the lighter. So go, yeah, it's that one. I think. I can't remember. But while I do remember, let's put my headphones back in so they're not being weird. Headphones back in there. Okie diddles. Right. No, that seems to be. That should do it. That should do it, Ali. Thank you very much. That will cover it. Alright, so we have the base skin tone down. Now we need the base cloth colour down. Which in this case is going to be the Caledon Sky. What have YouTube censored you for? Francois, what did you tell YouTube to do? Why has it censored you? Did you say YouTube was also a word for back passage? They don't like being called an arseholes. Just to let you know. That's the very special YouTube. You like baby metal? You've only just found out about baby metal. Oh, you've got so much more to learn, Cam. You've got so much more to come through. There's more than baby metal. Oh, so you can get some kind of sable in US dollars, but whether or not they'll let you through customs is a different matter. Do you know Graham? You've seen Graham in the MS server. Graham does awesome things like this. That's who I got this off. I got this off Graham. This is Lazarus. I've not got a single model apart from a stomper that's bigger than this boy. They are loads of channel. They are, yeah, baby metal all over the bloody place. It's the sugar, it's the sugariness that I don't quite like from baby metal. Musically, it's fine. It's the high pitched singing I can't quite stand. Now I'm doing this and realising how much blue is going to take. I'm certainly going to have to do a bit of mixing just to try and get rid of any stark lines as I'm trying to blend it up. But I'm going to have to do mixing on the palette and then try and layer it up afterwards, because it's just going to dry so quickly on the model at the moment. Yeah, give me chocolate is a baby metal song. I would put it on, but that will get me striked because I'm only using it as background music. I'm not actually adding anything to the music. So that will get me striked. No worries, Silvers. You have a good time trying to set up and get ready for that Titan build, because that is going to be an epic stream. It's going to be more than one. I'm pretty much guessing that already. It's going to be a multiple stream, just like painting that Anger and Proxy for me is going to be a multiple stream. After building the Stomper, which is technically a Titan, it's just the cheapest Titan you can buy. I don't want to build any more Titans. No more Titans. No more Titans. Anything that big is just too big. And my Stomper is now being resorted into a transport, because well over 50% of my 2,000 point army consists of a Stomper and Lasgull Thwacker. And the Stomper is simply there to take hits for Thwacker until he gets into close combat. Once he's into close combat, that's a different matter entirely. He can jump out and smash fuck out of things then. Yeah, Manta's too big. I'm not. No, Mantas are just huge. You're not allowed. You're not allowed a Manta. You're not allowed a Manta until you've painted your Tau. paint your tower and then you're allowed a manta. And saying, but I have my Necrons painted doesn't count because I did that.
Just saying the collab with Electric Colourboy and Baby Metal.
If in case anyone's wondering why I'm having this reaction, there is a moderator above all moderators, and if I see their name in there, I get worried. But this is okay. This is okay. This is just rat-a-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta from Sparkles Up. That's okay. What do you mean till I've paid? For me to paint your town means A, you've got to choose colours, and B, you've got to drag that shit round here. And not only have you got to drag that shit round here, you've got to put up with me waffling on about all the other stuff that I've been doing in the meantime. I'm pulling them all out of boxes and getting you to help me rearrange stuff so I can go find stuff, because I'm missing 3 from Mad Dog's The Lat Gang that I need to give back to him. So you can help me find them as well. The idea I've got for your Necrons is I've got a few washes I want to try. One of them is Draconov Nightshade. And the other one, because I have a couple of these, is Koala Green Shade. Now, even though it says Koala Green Shade, it's quite a blue shade. So, because I want to try redoing the glow effects better this time. Doing commissions out of fun? No. The Necrons that I painted for Calm were a birthday present for him. He had an army that was sat there. Well, he has 2 armies that are sat there unpainted. And it was, okay, for your birthday, which one do you want me to paint? I'm now better at painting. I think I can do a decent enough job. Give me an army and I'll paint it. So, of course, he chooses the biggest army, which is the Necrons. Fucking loads of them. So I cheated. I just sprayed them all black, sprayed them all silver, and then started adding extra stuff like the colours. Started adding in the white lines so I could do bright glowy effects, but now I think I could do glowy effects better. So I would like to have a reattempt at the glowy effects and a couple of washes, as well as seal some bases in a little bit better than what I have done, because I've refined my sealing process a bit better. Which means I'll be redoing the bases, possibly adding a bit more stuff to it, which isn't a bad thing in some cases. But yeah, from when I originally painted the Necrons, I've improved. That's fine then. Yeah, your Necron army is bigger than your Tau army as far as... Oh shit, no, I forgot about the fucking Kroot. I forgot about the Kroot, didn't I? And you've got a Riptide and a Storm Surge, which should be okay. I should be able to just mostly spray them and then panel line them like I would a Gundam. So the Riptide shouldn't, and the Storm Surge shouldn't be too difficult. As long as you don't mind them all being pink. In fact, there's a couple of things I might want to try, because you've got stealth suits as well, haven't you? So there's a few things I could try with the stealth suits. Oh, you've got a neighbour who's into the same music. Awesome. That means you've got a new neighbour then, because last time I knew your neighbour was an arse. Yes, Cam does live close enough to me that he can turn up at my house. remember to wash my brush. Remember to wash my brush. I don't know if things have happened, but remember to wash my brush. Ba-boom. No. 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 Keep that there. I don't think Tia's coming back because of internet connections, but you have a massive pile of crouton towel. By the sounds of it, Twisted, me and you can start working on the crouton towel together, because I think I might be getting a call round from Calm at some point over the next week. Here you go. Here's the towel. Right, okay, I'll start them as soon as I've finished Angron. Actually, no. As soon as I finish Lasgull, because I won't be getting World Eaters for ages. Kirsty, welcome in. Welcome back. I've seen you for a while. How you doing? The cat's still nicking everything out of the tray. If they are, you need to certainly get a lock on that tray. Will you be taking care of old Joey when he comes over? See, this is going to be in your neck of the woods. And good evening, Clumsy. He's been behaving himself, don't you worry. He's managed to convince me to at least half convince me into painting his other army, so we will have 2 armies painted. Kayla Farris, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you so much, Kayla. Nice to have you in. Have you said anything? Have I missed you? Have you said hello? I'm just checking the chat. I don't like missing people, especially if they're subscribed and they've enjoyed what they've heard so far. And like, oh, this guy's not a complete arse. I mean, he's an arse, but he's not a complete arse. Coming up to the 45-minute mark. I have my cup of tea, but I've got a feeling that's about to disappear any second now. Hello, Lee. Hello, welcome in, mate. Welcome in. Are you having a quick breather? Getting some time away from the desk. I know it's time on the desk is what you need to get good, but time away from the desk is what you need to de-stress from it. You can't spend all day at the painting table. Hint, hint, Twisted. You gotta move from that painting desk once in a while, mate. And I don't mean just move over to the PC and start editing instead. Get a stretch in there every now and again. I will be getting one in as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to use my break video today, but seeing as Tia hasn't been able to make it properly because of her internet connection. The sub was Kayla Farris. He should be there on screen, the latest subscriber, the one above Anthony O'Connell. DMT for those of you who recognise him from chat. But yeah, my painting desk is also my PC desk. I'm supposed to be able to game here. I'm supposed to be able to put a keyboard here and have my mouse here, and I'm supposed to be able to play computer games. That doesn't look like it's gonna work, does it? And let's face it, it doesn't. I tried playing Dawn of War the other day, and I only managed it because it's mostly mouse controls. I had to have the keyboard on my knee and just use that for grouping units. Awesome. That is absolutely fantastic, Twisted, because, yeah, health is good. And I know it's something you've been wanting to get back to for a while. You've been wanting to start, not heavy workouts, but at least more physio workouts. Let's see. Oh crap! Really? Your machine went down 3 days, Lee? I don't think mine's been off for that long. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I don't think mine's actually been off for that long. Maybe I should power it down once in a while. You know, just so it can remember that it does have a power off switch. And the scary thing is, this will hopefully be ready for Graham's summer painting project by the end of tonight. That's the idea anyway. So those are the base colours. Armour will be gold. Because it has to be, it's going to be a zinc. Little thingamabob. Part of me says I don't want the bird to be black. But other part of me says, well, it's fucking got to, hasn't it, really? So, I'm not sure. That is a good question. Kirsty, will you be meeting Joey when he comes over? I hope so, because somebody needs to look after him. Wouldn't want him getting in trouble. Outside, is it... Where's he going to? Is it White Hart Lane he's playing? I know he's watching an American football game over here, which just freaks me out. The fact that we're doing American football in the UK. I'm gonna, for the feathers, I'm just gonna give them a wash. I'm not actually gonna paint them. No worries, Graham. You go get peace, quiet, big to get yourself sorted, and I'll speak to you in a bit, man. Yeah, he's playing at Spurs Stadium. Oh, they're playing. The match is going to be, the game is going to be at Spurs Stadium, as far as I know. It's not at Wembley this time. Wet your brush first, lads, you dumb shit. Is it the Vikings? I'm not sure if it is the Vikings. Yeah, but Cam, think of it this way. If you was going to fuck up any football pitch, it might as well be Spurs. You're going to fuck one up, yeah. Okay, these guys are going to be diving on it and ripping it all up and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, if you're going to trash a football pitch, make it Spurs. EB, what is up, homie? I like that video you did earlier on, that little talk around the different types of country homes and how they differ so much between the UK, where it's all rich, posh, snobby people, and the US, where it's the working class that get pushed out to the sides, and those who can't actually afford the shit, they're the ones that get ripped. Which ones, Ali? The ones over here or the ones over there? There's a bit of a bloody difference, I know that much. The ones over there are a little bit cheaper than the ones over here. They could do the same to Old Trafford. Actually, in fact, doing it in Old Trafford would make sense, seeing as they're going to knock it down and rebuild, aren't they? So I would have thought, yeah, let's go do it in the place that we're not going to need anymore. But no. They're too dumb for that. Yeah, some of our stately homes do have 1 or 2 windows. 100 windows in some cases. Oh. Let's get all these base coats down and all these base layers, and then I can have a look at what else I need to do on it. I don't want to use my red sable. I'll use this one. Not the official way to wet your brush, but it works. A nice goldy armor. Yeah, we've all been complaining about this heat today, Kirsta. It is not nice. Says 30. Feels more like 70. In fact, that's a lot of reaction videos I've seen today. The amount of Americans that are over here at the moment going, they lied to us. They said it was only going to be 30. I'm dying. This feels like our winter heat, but I'm dying. Well, yeah, because it hits differently over here. Different humidities, different climate. No, you've run out of ice cream. Quick, get to Tesco or whatever you've got near you that opens late. Get some ice cream. Get some ice lollies. Get some ice. And just sit on it all. We have ice packs, and Sparkles has been using them. Sparkles overheats far easier than I do. Don't get me wrong, I overheat, but Sparkles just takes it that one step further than I could. I overheat. Sparkles physically cooks. I don't think there will be many thunderstorms, Cam, in all fairness. If last night was anything to go off, we're just going to get a little bit of rain, and then that's it. Because I looked at the weather forecast, and the rest of the country is like, oh, nice, sunny, warm, super weather. And it just seems to avoid our small little corner of the northwest. And goes, nah, you're not getting it. You're going to be cold, and you're going to be wet, and you're going to be warm as well. So it's lovely. Las me what? Las me? Me las? Me las? Yes, me las. Which project, Cam? I'm about halfway through, about 6. Which project do you want to have a look at? You're going to have to be a little bit more specific. Okay. Now you're confusing me, Cam. What am I supposed to have project? What? The bar. The bar so far for the models for the Sparkles on Oak is here. Lee wants to pop up with me. Okay. I think I can manage that if How did Lee tell you, Ali? Just so I know how to respond. If Lee wants to pop up, that's fine. I just need to know how to get the link to him. In the chat, yes. Oh right, yes, Lee. How do you want me to send this through? Log on to Discord is probably the easiest method. Chat's going too quick for me tonight. I'm not sure. It doesn't normally go this fast. Where's Anfield Road laying out in the loft? Anfield Road, layout in the loft. But you're not going to tell me that I've not messaged Lee before. I haven't messaged Lee before privately. Okay. Right, how's that coming along? That is coming along brilliantly. There's a couple of characters there that I'm partway through doing. Where did I put that picture? Did I put that picture in? Yeah. So, Cam, if you pop into Discord and scroll up from Twisted's amazing Fire OSL work, you'll see the water layer and the base layer with the characters that have been painted so far. They're the ones that are in there. I do need to check that for Lee to come up. I have sent you the link via Discord, Lee. So if you follow that link, it might actually do a Streamlabs sign up, more like a face meeting thing. And then yeah, it'll pop you it'll pop you into this little thing below me that I can see, and then I can put you up. But I am only limited to one guest because I know that Bill donated me money to get 1 month's worth of premium on this. But if I would have liked that premium, then I would have had to have paid every month afterwards. And that's not something I can feasibly afford right now. So I've sidelined that 1 month gift of premium. And then when I feel I'm more in a comfortable financial position, I'll give that a try. And then if I do like it, it's not so much of a problem if I go, ooh, yep, okay, I want to pay for this every month now. So I've just got to wait for Lee's little name to pop up in that little box. And then we can have a bit of a chat. And a chin wag regarding... Well, it's a weird one when me and Lee get up because we both have different sides of the hobby. Lee is very much the scale model side, and I am very much the heroic scale side. So you do get a bit of a contrast in viewpoints between me and Lee. He does everything to scale and right precision and everything, and I eyeball it all and guess. Bit of a difference. Right, now for the bit that I was 100% about being able to do. And I don't want to use a big brush for it, but I don't want too small of a brush for it, and I want one that's definitely clean. So I'm going to use a large base brush. Lee has not popped up into the server thingy-mabob, so I can't add him in yet. So we get a little bit of water on the brush first. Gotta get water on the brush. I know it sounds daft because I'm doing a process called dry brushing, but you do have to get water on the brush to dry brush. And then I'm going to mix the two colours together that I want, the darker and the light. I want to try and get some kind of a mid-tone. And then do a little bit more of the light in that. There we go. Now, very, very carefully, we go over tips of fingers, elbows, tops of arms. What was that? Was that my server? No. Nope, that was not my server. Discord's being weird to me. It's not telling me servers when it's popping up with information. So I'm getting some information and it's going, yeah, somebody's just joined, and I'm thinking, awesome, somebody's just joined my server. And no, they haven't. They've joined somebody more popular, and it just happens to be a server I'm in. Right, we just have to go really small on the dry brush on this one. And I mean stupid small on the dry brush on this one. No worries, like no worries. Again, remove most of the paint off it, and now I want to get right in there in the face. Make sure I get some decent coverage over that stomach area. Just to make sure I can get some of that muscle definition in there, and the essentially boobs, which is what they are boobs. You're just going to stay in chat, mate, and you're going to set the stream up tomorrow. Not a problem. That is not a problem, Lee. Ah, so this year you've gone for quantity over quality just to get the actions in. And next year you got to go for quality over quantity just to make sure that now all that brush practice has been worked in, you can now refine it properly. That is not a bad idea. Okay, so now we have a model. She does not have as many boobs as she has arms. No. Which is a good thing, because otherwise then I'd have to paint it as Slanesh. And I don't like Slanesh. Slanesh is horrible. Slanesh thinks grape is acceptable. And I don't mean the little berry. It would be if I'm talking about titties and Joey appears. That would just go to show that the universe is right. And he appears in the right places when he should. Very poor boob to arm ratio. But if you think of it this way, she can sit there doing that while she's also doing that. So, yeah, that's quite handy. Essentially, she can trombone you, stick a finger in, and still make you a cup of tea. That's not a bad thing, really. Email forwarding. Muscle memory is awesome, D. Muscle memory is awesome. That's why when Graham sits there complaining, I don't want to paint, get a brush in your hand, get it painting, get that muscle memory in there, and you don't have to bother about it anymore. You don't have to worry, and you don't have to bother. Right, so let's have a bit of a zoom in. That just makes it bitty as hell, that, doesn't it? Are you going to focus? Are you? Huh. That is not focusing. So you're not actually getting to see the bloody paint definition. Which is why you should have partial workforce or unpaid labour with you, Graham, because then you can offload some of it onto other people and go, look, just do this bit for me. It's not much. I just need you to do this. And if you get 4 or 5 people to do little jobs, then, well, you don't have to do them. My favourite colour in the world. Oh, I need a little bit of this, though. This is just for the top of the staff. This one. I don't know, how about 9 brushes out here? Because I need about 9 different brushes just for the sizes. And plopping your hand into gold paint doesn't help. So I'll paint whatever that big. It looks like a bony thing of some kind. Whether or not it's supposed to be wood, but I'm going to do the entire thing ivory. I just like doing staffs ivory. It makes it easier. I think it makes it stand out a little bit extra. especially when you put a brighter colour over it, or of a wash or a yellow or a green or something, it just pings a little bit more. So when I put that green over this, it should give it quite an ethereally type glow. In theory. In practice, it's probably going to look shite. But in theory, it should work. I want the entire staff like this. All of it from the very top all the way down, apart from the wrappings. And the bits that I've already done. Gold, obviously. And this is why I don't do the hachette part work stuff in the colours they tell me to, because I often find that I enjoy making my own colour schemes. It's one of the few fun things about painting, is be able to take it and go, no, I want this to be that colour, I want this to be that colour, I want it to be my personal colour scheme. This is not paint by numbers. This is a hobby designed for creativity. Human, you will watch the rest of this stream because I will make you. Kafra is going to make you. Whether you like it or not. No worries, I'll see you on the next one, mate. If you wish to come up again, providing of course I've not already got a guest up, because I can't have more than one person, let me know and I shall pop you the link again. But I'm going to take a small break at the hour and 15 minute mark. I said it'll take about 2.5 hours to do this. With the speed I'm going, I should be on target. I should be on target. Get your missus to throw some meat on the floor. Gaffer will jump off straight away after that. Right, okay. Nearly £20 a cat on your shoulder? That's not good. You have to put some meat on the floor, mate. But saying that, I get to see. I'll see you soon. And thank you very much, Twisted, for this. Yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy. Catch you later, Evie. Have fun, man. This music is alright actually, isn't it? It's definitely nice music. Hello again. I'm just gonna mute that music. Dark fantasy lo-fi is what it said as a style of music. Don't know what that means, but it said it. It definitely said it. I can close that window now. Nobody else is popping up. Oh, awesome! Right, I might. How do I bookmark this? Save. Put it in there. Okay, I'll save that to a something I can use in the future, so I can reload it up quickly enough if it's still running. If it's still running, it might not be. But I needed that cool down outside. That was really needed. I was so warm. So warm. Okay, now we need browns to do leathery straps. I've realised I've got skulls on this as well. So that's more ivory. So we do have lots of things to do on this still. You know, a couple of minutes outside, bit of fresh eyes. Come back in, have another look, and you realise, oh crap, there's loads. Pardon me. So let's get back onto... Oh, is it dinner time? Yeah, that'll be the reason you're covered in cats. I got that when I went outside. The cat came running straight past me. Meow, meow, meow. Feed me, feed me, feed me. In fairness, I get that as soon as I stand up. If I move, I get the cat meowing at me. To be fed. All the time. That Simon's cat cartoon got it absolutely perfect. Meow, meow. See? That doesn't mean I'm going to feed you more, no. I know. You didn't get what you wanted, did you? It's a shame, isn't it, kiddie? Such a shame. Hard life that you lead. Lying around, doing fuck all day. Meowing at the humans to get fed whenever you wish. Such a hard life. Okay, that's good for basing colours. Meow, 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 meow. Cats do like to meow a lot, don't they? Thing is, she stays over there. If she wanted to, she could come up on here and she'd get a lot more attention, but she doesn't. She stays over there and just meows at me from a distance, which makes it all the more annoying. So now we want the lighter blue, but we wish to be able to mix it with Calgar blue and hopefully make something of a mid-tone. That can then be dry brushed over top. In theory. In theory. It is all theory. I mean, as much as I've done this, I've done it countless times. It is always fucking guesswork. Every bleeding time. So wet that brush. Make sure there's no... Ah crap, I forgot to wash this. Don't use that dry brush. Use... this one as a dry brush instead, because this is a chisel tip and I don't really use chisel tips. But again, same thing, make sure this one has been cleaned off properly. Yes, it has. Get what I believe to be the mid-tone. And again, wipe it off till there's naff all left on it. Yes, thank you. I don't actually get to see who's hit that like button until after the fact. So anyone who has hit that like button, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed anything you've seen tonight or wish to come back to catch another one, please hit the subscribe as well. Both of them are free, along with the Discord. So if you wish to join up to chat with us about your projects, find out more about the hobby in general, ask about techniques, items, things that I used, then go looking in the finished models section and realised, oh wait a minute, this guy's not actually the best painter on his own server. I have. I'm not overly concerned about losing and gaining subs because they seem to bounce around the same rough mark, about the 170 mark. I mean, I have gone up a little bit recently. I was stuck in the 160s. So I'm still small. You won't run out of cat food, at least. You will run out of ice cream. Ice cream's gone. We all know that. So just come down on the raised layers. Don't want to go too deep because we want to try and keep as much of that dark tone in as we can. But anywhere that the light's going to be hitting, we want to get it with the lighter tone. Can you teach me? Can I teach you to paint? You're the guy who knocks out like 14 models a day. You've already run out of ice cream. But D, if you want to sit down with me and go, right, how do I paint? I'll be happy to do that with you. You'll be surprised at how simple and quick my methods are. The channel name should give you an indication of that. I don't like doing things overly complicated. I don't like doing things that take ages. So you'll never see me glazing. Even though I'm kind of doing it now. But it's just thin down paint. See, I can teach you how to do that bit, Graham. Get your camera and PC working, that's not a problem. In fact, we could do it all in Discord. I was all sat there as a nice little group, little painting session. If it's something you're interested in, let me know. I mean, as I say, I do all my painting online so you all can see what I'm doing at every stage. But if you'd like me to go through Discord and go, no, sit down with us so we can paint with you and do things like that, tell me. I'm quite up for doing stuff like that. It's just I don't know if there's any interest there. If there's interest, then yeah, let's do it. I mean, I don't have to watch you paint, but if you're painting off camera and you're just on camera and you get to a point you're going, I can't figure out how to do this, and there's another 3 of us in the chat, we could give you ideas. Maybe that, maybe try that, maybe try that, and you will get different points of view because, well, we all have different techniques and different ways of doing it. If there's any basing questions, I will immediately send you to Twisted. I won't even try to answer that. Just go ask Twisted. Twisted is the god of bases. Now that cloak's looking a little bit more alive, along with the skin tones. Looking good, looking good. You see, I did, when I started this 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago. I'll have to go double check, actually. I have no idea how old my actual channel is. Which you would think is something you could keep track of relatively easy, wouldn't you? Oldest. Yeah, over 3 years ago. My first ever stream was on the 9th of September 2021. So I'm 3 months away from my 4-year anniversary for running a YouTube channel. you've put your lunchtime paint job in today, which by the looks of it, you've used the exact same techniques that I'm using now. Nice shade of green. And I could do with that colour brown that you've used. Let's stick one of them on there with twisteds. It works that way when you're recording. I've got to say, I'm agreeing with, when you're live, it's a different thing. You can't forget about it because, well, you lot won't let me, because if I don't talk to you, then I might as well not be doing this. Might as well not even bother with all this setup because, well, I want to talk to you. It's part of the reason to do it. It helps me get through. It helps me concentrate and it gives me drive. Drive and motivation. Oh, that's the other Koala green shade, isn't it? I want the Draconov Nightshade to do the... Oh, it's Dark Umber from Pro Acryl. Right. So I have some Pro Acryl. Pop us a link in Discord where you get your Pro Acryl from, because I can't seem to find it over here. Which I don't like, because I like Pro Acryl. I really like Pro Acryl. I just can't find the fucking retailers. Not a problem, Ali. Thank you for joining us this evening, and I hope you have a nice rest, a nice sleep, and enjoy your tomorrow, which hopefully is not going to be too bad. Because I know it's going to be warm. It's pretty much warm everywhere apart from here, and even here is going to be warm. I mean, if me and Cam are going to be roasting, and we're going to be some of the coolest in the country. So rather than using black for the bird, I'm using a blue. A dark blue, granted, but it's still a blue. So, yeah. Is Kirsty going as well? I can't see Kirsty. Oh no, it's Ali saying good night to Kirsty. Okay, that's fine. That's not confused me quite as much now. That's good. Not that it takes much to confuse me, but still, it's not confused me quite as much. Right, what do I have here? I have Rycon Flesh Shade, which is what I'm going to want to use to wash on the gold. But I need a brown. I need a brown that I'm going to be happy with. I'm just going to Agrax it, you know. I'm just going to go straight over. Ah, your local game shop in Bridlington started stocking them. Do they do mail order? To be quite honest, I should probably go look at Element, really, shouldn't I? Because that's my closest. So you really should support your local game store. And although Element is fucking miles away, and is like hours of bus rides and all that other good stuff, it is still my closest friendly local game store. So there's a couple of years that are close by. See, there you go, D. You've got a 3D printer now that's close by for your proxies and for your bits. And you can save yourself a bit of postage by going, no, it's right, Graham, I'll come and pick them up. Well, technically, I'm in Greater Manchester, but I'm on the other side of the city centre to Element Games. So if I want to get to Element Games, I've got to go into Manchester Centre and then go out of Manchester Centre again. There is no quick route for me to get there. Unless I was to go learn how to drive, which I'm not allowed to at the moment. Bastards. Cool. Elliot, green shade to go over. I mean, I'm not far from the city. I mean, the other day in Travelling Man, I got the Tyranids Codex. So I can't. There are other game shops that say they don't stop Pro Acryl. They just don't stop Pro Acryl. Great with my one-stop shop for any 3D printing questions. I was actually seeing if I could get Graham a franchise as well today, but never mind. Or at least getting paid as a accountant. With some hobby-related work. Didn't quite go through as I intended. Cam, you've got a friend who does 3D printing. Well, you kept that one fucking quiet, didn't you? If you're trying to run a business, then staying the legal side of it is usually the better way. But if you're just 3D printing for yourself, then fuck 'em. So this is that Coelia green shade that I wanted to use on your Necrons, Carl. It just seems to look good over blue as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, that's why I want to use it. Ah! Shit. Now, I've learnt this lesson. Don't drop resin models. They break. So what do I just go do? I just go drop this resin model. That's actually more plastic than resin. It does have the mold release on it. Or it did have. I washed it. Yep, see disclaimers all over the website just to protect from Games Workshop's long greasy reach. And it is a long greasy reach. She's come through rather quickly. I'm quite enjoying this. Tia, if you're watching this from home, then if you watch this on your phone, you were right. I'm enjoying this model. I'm not too far. I finish another 2.5 hours was my rough idea, and I am well within that at the minute. Bit of Reichland flesh so I can go over the gold. See, I've considered it. I did actually have a 3D printer technically at one point. It just never worked. I had an FDM one sat in my kitchen that I just couldn't get the board to work. Even had an Arduino just to help see if I can get it running, and nah, it's fucked. Still got a lot of the parts, some of the motors, some of the runners. But that's more so I can use them for terrain pieces or basing pieces now. Let's try and take some of this. Get rid of some of that wash. That's a little bit too much build up on that. We don't want all that. We want some of it, but we don't want all of it. Alright, just gotta wait for the deep recesses to dry now. And let's face it, with the heat in here at the moment, it ain't gonna take long. If it does, then it's just taking the piss out of me. That's all. Completely and utterly taking the piss out of me. So hopefully it won't take long to dry. Although while I've got the gold out, do I start on, well, Guardian Custo, Guardian Caval? Guardian Caval should be in here. Do I make a start on Guardian Caval? His head's still in the box, that's going to be flesh tone obviously. But I do have these. Cam, you're never going to have a kid-proof room. You could literally make an escape room. That was impossible. Put them in there. They're still getting out. I've met your kids. Your kids are great, but they can still destroy air on a particle level. No, I do not have custodes. I have one singular custody. And it came with the Angron proxy. So I have a singular custode. And this singular custode has a face of Henry Cavill. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to start base coating the gold bits for the Defender Cavill. Because he's technically not a custode, because he's not a Games Workshop model. It is not a licensed model. It is just a Defender in ornate armor. Just so happens that if you paint it up correctly, it will fit in with a custody army. No worries, D. You have a good night, mate, and good luck with your early meeting in the morning. Meetings are never fun, so you always need luck with them, even if it's just to keep your bloody eyes open, because whoever's running the meeting is the most dreary bugger in the planet. So I'd rather listen to Lars for 3 hours than listen to this shit. You know, that type of stuff. Although I have been collared falling asleep in meetings before now, so I know it's not good to get caught. I did manage to use the bullshit excuse of, I'm sorry, but your voice is so soothing, it just lulled me to sleep. And she took it as a very nice compliment and I got away with it. But still, don't fall asleep in meetings. Don't do it. Because unless you can sweet talk your way out of it with whoever's running the meeting, then yeah, you're gonna get shit. In fact, I should have sent this to you, Graham, shouldn't I? You could have gold leafed it for me. Go on, tell me to fuck off. I would. You can fuck right off. I'm not doing that again. Piss off. Bad enough doing gilding. Hopefully by the time I've got this gold on, all them washes are going to be dry and I can come back to the dry brushy highlighty layer, and that should be it done then, I believe. Not the custode, but the lovely 3-armed sorceress that we have been painting so far this evening. I'll say they're waiting for stuff to dry, especially in this heat when you know it should be dried in bloody seconds. And the only reason it's not dried in seconds is because you want it to dry in seconds. It's annoying. Graham, you're lying to Twisted just to put him through slow and unusual torture. At no point did any of that gilding look like fun. No point. Chest piece, chest piece, chest piece, chest piece, chest piece. Okay, well that's gold. That's gold. That's gold. That's gold. Alright, so all under there's and all around there's gold. Now his cloak's not going to be gold. His cloak's going to be red. And these few feathers up here are going to be like red and purples and stuff. You see, I like when you gild because that means I'm not doing it. That means I'm not dealing with alcohol and all the stupid things that have to go with it and all the safety precautions and, you know, the things that I don't do very well. Health and safety, things like that. So I'm more than happy for you to gild, mate. Because it means I'm not. And if it's the person I'm thinking of that doesn't like you gilding, well, they can go fuck themselves. Because, well, I've seen their setup and it's shit. How are you doing with drying? Nearly dried. I may have to get the Dry Faster You Bastard machine or some kind of variant on it. But in the meantime, let's give it some time to dry naturally and get this paint on. Now again, this was another model from the Miniature Tavern. As I said, they are not able to deliver at the moment, or not able to ship at the moment outside of the US. Anyone in the US, go right ahead, the Miniature Tavern, order as much as you want. But if you're in the UK, Europe, yeah, it's slapped with tariff charges and extra delivery stuff at the moment, so it's not feasible for them to be able to sell to Europe at the moment. But they will be working on it. trying to get things like the correct VAT farms and things to sell within other nations, which is a huge pain in the ass. But it just goes to show how dedicated they are to get it working. And they do have some very bizarre models as well on there. Whereas Rogues Den Hobbies at the moment, I'm not saying it's going to be a forever thing, but at the moment Rogues Den has more fantasy than sci-fi at this minute in time. But I have a feeling that may change over the course of the next year or two as ranges expand and get bigger. But if you play one-page rules, there is an armoured set of space bears that would go perfect for it, and an armoured set of space dwarves that are just perfect for one-page rules. There are a few fantasy factions that will fit quite nicely in Trench Crusade as well. The bears are cool. Of course, yeah, I have probably the biggest bear you've ever sold. And, well, I saw them and realised, hang about, I can make so much more. My Terminators are still sat in the little tray next to me. That aren't Terminators, they are normal sized infantry. I just use them as Terminators because they are scaled to the same size as a Terminator. They are not Terminators though. So before anyone goes, oh, that's copyright infringement. No, it's not. If it was copyright infringement, they'd be the elites. But they're not. The ones I'm using as elites are just standard grunts. That maid army, I see the idea. I understand why the idea has been done. But I don't think I could ever actually do an army of those myself. Not in the way that it's displayed on the website anyway. Certainly not in the white and pink Hello Kitty style. I'd have to go for a much darker. Hey up, Buzz. We will be getting, well, Twisted said he will be correcting the waiting screen because he's not put something on that I've requested, which is your special title, Buzzard, of technical support for my channel. And in case you're wondering, what the fuck do you mean technical support? This is from you, and it won't be working without you. That thing there's from you, and I won't be able to do it without you. That thing there's from you, and it's got half of rigging set up for anything that doesn't have to run through the PC. So things like my lights and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of my setup is because of you. So you are now technical support for my channel. And if you're wondering, what the fuck are you on about technical support? Why is that even being mentioned? Twisted has made me a waiting screen for when I'm working on the Miniature Taverns models. This being one of them, and this one here, which I'll be going back to finish in a moment, is another one. So whenever I'm painting models from there, I will, if I take a break, I put a break screen up, which is this. This is the break screen for the Miniature Tavern. I'm still just painting gold, so don't worry too much, people. I'm just filling in bits of gold armor that are hard to reach. So I'm still here, I'm still talking, and I'm still paying attention. And yeah, this comes up. And I'm not blaming Twisted, because, well, he's done a lot of work on this, and one name is hardly something I can criticise him for. And it was Twisted who turned around and said, "Oh crap, I forgot to put Buzzard on. I'll have to redo it." He told me that before I even got a chance to look at it. So we get this little section, and yes, your name should be under here, along with Twisted's, because Twisted's isn't on here either. So he's got to put his own name on and yours on, both under technical side, rather than just having moderators up. And I believe that's all that's listed at the moment is moderators, because I don't have any Patreons or anything like that to be putting in that list. It's just the people who supported me for bloody ages. Okay, so at least there's the gold bit done on Cav. Yours is the name before Sparkles. Blake TV. Oh, yeah, there you are. You've put your real name on and not Twisted. Stop flapping your lips. Oh, stop whinging. Yeah, so you put your real name on and not Twisted Nose Painting. So now everyone... Oh, that means I can start doing it and I can start getting shouted at for racial slurs. Awesome. Winston! Yes, Cam, you were on there as well. Don't cough, cough. You were there. I saw your name. Your name was there. Right, so now hopefully this is dried sufficiently for me to be able to now catch the high edges without catching wet spots. Nobody likes being in the wet spot, do they? You didn't see it? I saw it. Calm is definitely in there. All moderators are in there. But as you'll notice, his Beaky's not a moderator. So when I sent the picture over of the list of all moderators, obviously Beaky's name didn't turn up in that list. I had to specifically request. But a specific request is easily forgotten when you've got a printed out list in front of you. You go, right, these are the names. One that's not on that list is easy. Depends on the wet spot. Think of the wet spot you don't want to be in, and that's the wet spot. Because if you've got a wet spot you want to be in, then ew. Clean that off. See, I knew it. I knew that. I pretty much knew exactly what the reason would be for. Like, the only reason you've not got him is because you've worked off that list, and that list only has moderators on. Now I need to get a brighter highlight tone for the face. pulling that abdomen a bit more. A little bit more on the arms, just to, and the tips of the fingers there, just to brighten them out. A little bit more on the leg there. As I said, we will get you back. We'll, between me and Twisted, we will get you in there somewhere. We'll find a way. One of us will run it through one of the editing softwares, and we will get Peaky Buzzard up there as technical support. 2 hours, 5 minutes, and I had a break. The only thing is, this Agrax isn't drying. It's the only one I need to dry. I need the Agrax to dry, and I need it to dry relatively quickly. But I do need to touch up that bit of gold under there, and that bit that's been missed there. There we go. A print fail. No. Print fails aren't good, Graham. I hope it was nothing. I hope it was nothing that was waiting to be photographed anyway. Well, you have a good night, mate. Stress free. Good night's sleep. Come back to everything tomorrow with a fresh mind and a fresh set of eyes. You have a good night, mate. I believe that's dry now. It just doesn't look it. So now we try and pick up some gold. And we just try and dry brush and catch the brighter areas again. Just to bring out a few of those edges that were dulled down in the first place. Awesome. Now for the dangerous bit. Right after I've non-oil washed the base. I realise I've not washed the base. Because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot sometimes. There we go. That's better. That's darkened those recesses quite nicely now. Age-old method of blowing it. Dry, you son of a bitch. Have I got anything that might be able to help it? Yeah, I have. It's called kitchen roll. Now we need to find out where this lovely lady is going to stand. So in this case, I'm actually going to have to clip off that entire... we have hair dryers in the house. It's just they all belong to Sparkles, and I'm not going to start grabbing her good hair dryers. Oh, that one nearly found its way through a curtain. That was fun. Right, so now that's possibly dry. And that's mostly dry. How do I do that? Well, I'll do that. And I know some people are going, oh, disgusting. It didn't taste very nice. I do need a vortex mixer. But what I do need to do is make it so that my wish list is customizable on Amazon. So that if anyone does see anything on there and they're going, he needs that, they can just send it me. And I get it. Okay, so now we have one lovely lady. I have a pound shop special mixer and it does not work that well. The closest thing I've got to a good mixer at the moment is my drill with kind of a tuning fork thing put into it, and then it just spins it. Yeah, I've got to wait till she gets a new one. Either that or I'm going to have to buy her a new one. Now, what does it log me into if I switch accounts? Haha. Lazy mini painting. There we go. Wish list. Manage list. Don't share my address. Public, that's fine. Don't want my email. It won't let me add stuff. So you can add stuff. So that's a bit odd. I'm not sure why that's working like that. Doesn't really matter. Do you want to know what does matters? The actual thing that matters at this moment in time is me getting a photograph of this little model, so I can pop it up on Discord in a better quality than what you can currently see it at here. I mean, you can see at a reasonable-ish quality, but let's face it, you're gonna want to see it on a better quality picture. So that will mean I don't even want to know what was in that box. That's just felt. I hope it was nothing important. I know it was not this or the Angron, so I'm all right there. I think it's the animals that I got from Graham that I've not got round to doing something with yet, because I'm still halfway through about another 3 animal projects, which makes this all the fun. So I'm going to get the Pokemon playing mat and only open it halfway up. I'm going to rest the front half of it against Lapras, and that's when we reposition light for ambiance, I suppose. Then we take said picture and we we go to said Discord. Move the light back. So it's not completely killing my eyes. Then we go to my, and then we go to finish models. Good job you're all sat down. Model, for God's sakes, I can't even type anymore, can I? Models and musings. Number 99. Wait for that to come up. And now, hopefully, I should be able to add a source. Where on earth did I find that Discord source? I can't remember where I found the Discord source. Video capture, audio capture. Let's see if this works. I know I've had Discord up before. See, we can have hair dryers, but copy channel ID. There we go. Done. Aha! So there is. Let's see how big I can make this thing. Obviously, let's try and take all my channels off the side so you can't see everywhere that I'm joined to. And hopefully when I click that and go back to it, there we go. So that is the model that I'm painting. Do it, Cam. Go for it. That is the model that I painted tonight. So that is, let's go up to here so I can go hide. So that is this little lady here, and that's what she looks like a little bit closer up. As you can see, my camera doesn't do it half the detail that is needed or that is visible, but if you check out there, you can see that there is more detail and colouring than that initially looks like than I've put on. So yeah, that's looking good as far as I can see. I'm happy with that one, actually. Are you for fucking real? Oh no! There you go. Calm. Are you for real? I've never done non-metallic metal. Never. to do an entire army? Non-metallic metal? I mean, technically I do have metallic medium. So if I can find the right shade of blue, then yeah, I could do. Right, okay. Right. Right. You've got me thinking now, Cam. You've got me thinking. Well, what I'm thinking is if I get the metal medium, the blue paint, and airbrush thinner, then if I can do a standard setup, which is pretty much the slap chop setup, but do it more zenithal, and then spray the combination of blue, metallic blue thinned out over the top of it. Yeah, I could do a metallic blue thinned out through the airbrush. That'll do the main colour. Then I can panel line. Can I panel line with that? Yeah, I could. I could panel line that. What I could do is I could white it up and then go for one of the orange washes and just run that over it. Bring them round. Bring one round for me to test. It's the only way I'll know for certain. Bring one round for me to test and I'll test it out. You're thinking, so you showed me a picture of this nice shiny metallic blue towel and then say, I want it like that but not like that. Yeah, okay. Okay. You're going to have to bring it round and you're going to have to sit there while I do a test piece. You're going to have to sit there while I do a test piece. And then we'll determine whether or not it's any good. It's the best way I can think of. But with that, and me arranging now to paint a hunking tower, aren't I? When I've not even started painting my Imperial Guard, or my Orcs, or my World Eaters, or my Eldar. I got 4 armies to paint and I'm agreeing to paint somebody else's. I'm a glutton for punishment. I am a glutton for punishment. But having done tonight's work, which was actually to finish a model within 2.5 hours, which I'm still within, and I've took a break, and I've had time at the beginning to... It probably took me less than 2 hours. I think I've done alright. With that being said, I am roasting. I am, even though it's gone cooler outside, I'm still... So, with that, I am going to wish you all thank you very much. I will have a very nice evening. Please drive safe, everyone. And I will see you on Wednesday. So, Wednesday for the Combat Patrol, which I think is a unit of Orcs. It's a unit of Orc Boys, but it's the new Orc Boys, which I'm not too keen on. So, we'll still put them together. We'll still go through the magazine. So, it's Orc Boys on Wednesday, and then Thursday is Magical World of Sparkles. I know, because usual, we will be finishing off the little shopkeep and starting on the rest from the other 5 characters from there. So at that point, yeah. Anything else I need to go through? What model would I prefer to practice on? Either a Fire Warrior or a Crisis suit. Preferably a Crisis suit. but it's up to you what you bring round. I mean, you could bring one of your hammerheads round if you want. Still the same colour scheme. So I'm looking forward to finding out what I'm going to do with Calm's Tau army. I may even stream that as a little extra. I'm not sure. But yeah, for now, drive safe, everybody. Please, thank you everyone for watching. If you've liked it, hit the like, the subscribe, join the Discord. If you want to help out, there is a buy me a coffee link down there, so you can help fund my plastic crack addiction from third-party retailers only. I will not be buying from Games Workshop at their full prices. But yeah, that is me done.